Good evening. Come on in. Live stream is starting already. Now you have to choose. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. And let me bring the fork. Yeah, it's a fork. Here you are. Just going to take this off. Can't take it off. Here, go ahead. I'll hold it. Whoa.
Thank you.
So today we're going to study this achievement, goal, strategy, theory. Okay, first let me find a good explanation on the internet. Let's switch this around. Get that, just show my desktop. That's the desktop. The desktop is getting live streamed. Let's see, I want to find a good explanation. Oh, that's too much. No, this isn't good. Let's see. Questionnaire. We already did that. Hmm. Yeah, let's try YouTube. Oh shoot. I forgot to connect my microphone. Okay, let's see. Wow, that's a really short one. Let's watch. Oh, that's for sports though. We don't want it for sports. Oh, here we go. This looks like a good one.
I really want to get a better mark in this assignment than I did last time. Everyone in my class is so smart. I don't want to get the lowest mark.
No, not this one.
I've studied.
Hi, I'm Brett Jones, and I'm a professor and motivation scientist in the School of Education at Virginia Tech. The topic of this video is goal orientation theory, which has been a popular theory in motivation over the past 2 or 3 decades. The purposes of this video are to explain the different goal orientations and to present some teaching implications based on the findings of goal orientation theory. So let's get started. A goal orientation refers to the reasons why individuals engage in a task. They engage to demonstrate competence to others or to develop their competence, where their focus is on learning. So as you can see from these reasons to engage, goal orientations are not the same thing as setting goals for oneself. This is an important point to remember.
Yeah. Okay, let's bring out that diagram. Let me switch this. I want to hide my desktop while I open up my Explorer. It's in 2016. There it is. So he said, your goal orientation and making goals are not related. See, here's the goal orientation right here. And here's making goals is over here. He's saying it's not related. Well, that's pretty low. It's really, really low. Oh, he's saying they're not the same as setting goals. Yeah, of course not. Because, okay, let's look at the diagram. They're not the same. Yeah, setting goal is meta motivation. But goal strategy. Wait, I forgot what he said already. But goal orientation is using metacognition. So setting goal and goal orientation are not the same. Goal orientation and setting goals. See, here's the word goal orientation. You got two of them. There's learning and there's performance. And then motivation is. But now look at this. There's no, you don't need to set goals for this one. Okay, let's go ahead and watch his video. See what else he says next. But so far, is this okay? Is this clear?
Okay.
Rather, goal orientation is referred to demonstrating or developing competence.
Goal orientation. Demonstrating or developing. Demonstrating or developing. Okay, let's see what else he says about that.
These two orientations have been labeled performance and mastery orientations.
Okay, performance and mastery.
Okay.
This one is performance. This one is mastery right here.
Okay.
Because only in mastery is there learning.
Where demonstrating competence is labeled a performance orientation.
That's okay. Demonstrating, showing.
And developing competence is labeled a mastery orientation.
So let's look at your scores again. So you have demonstrating and developing. So here, yeah, you have your orientation for developing is the top score.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, now I told you to answer those questions as if you had classmates. So if there were classmates here, you would also use the performance. Because you want to show your classmates you're smart. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah. A little lower though. Wow, look at that. Performance avoidance. That's not good. Performance avoidance means don't do anything. Okay, well let's continue watching his video. Maybe he'll explain that.
This is one basic definition in goal orientation theory, and we can organize this distinction graphically, like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got a graph. That's pretty easy to understand. That's all it is. Those two. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shoot, that doesn't work. I want to make this a little bigger. I changed the mouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you are older one. Oh, oh,
It's a mouse.
is that?
Yeah.
Ha.
There's left click and right click. My lips are dry. When I start talking, my lips always become dry.
Yeah. These days, my hand is so
Dry.
dry.
Yeah. Okay. So let's look here again. So this one is mastery and performance. Check this. Yeah, it's just the desktop coming up. This is really easy to change. Watch this. So easy to change.
Just check.
Yeah.
But researchers have also identified other distinctions within these two broader goal orientations. Both performance and mastery goal orientations can be subdivided into approach and avoidance orientations, as shown here. This allows
Look at that. Approach, avoidance in both sides. Oh, we don't need that. That's Momotaro. It's for the child's class. See, there it is. Approach, avoidance. Approach, avoidance.
Okay.
allows us to identify 4 different types of goal orientations: performance approach, performance avoidance, mastery approach, and mastery avoidance. Let me define these for you. Performance approach goals focus on demonstrating competence to others. Performance avoidance goals focus on avoiding the demonstration of incompetence to others. You can see that both of these performance goals focus on demonstrating competence, but in the
Any questions on the words?
Demonstrating is to show
Mhm.
others.
Yeah, showing.
Okay.
the first case, the student is approaching the goal by wanting to show others how good they are. In the second case, the student does not want to appear incompetent. For mastery goals, the first one is mastery approach goals, for which students are focused on developing competence for themselves.
Here's the difference. This is to others, and here for themselves.
Okay.
That is, they want to master the task and understand it. They're trying to learn the information. For mastery avoidance goals, students are focused on avoiding misunderstandings or not learning the specific task. This one can be more difficult to understand, so let me give you 2 examples. One example is an older student who believes that his mental functioning and memory is getting worse than it used to be when he was younger. His goal may be to avoid performing worse in the course than when he was much younger. If he was concerned about looking incompetent to others, he would have a performance avoidance goal. But if he was concerned about getting a B in the course, because he had typically gotten A's in his younger years, then he would have a mastery avoidance goal.
Could you understand that?
No. So all the students think he because he is old, he can't get good score.
Hmm. Because he's old.
He's old, so his brain function may be getting worse. He thinks.
He thinks.
And so that old student took grade B. So I understand.
The old student is worried he might get a B, but when he was younger, he always got an A in the same course.
So, worry. So all the students worry about getting B means mastery avoidance goal.
Mhm. Or maybe when the student was younger, he got a C. So now he's worried that he might fail the course because he's older.
Okay, I understand.
Comparing his performance to an internal standard that he has set for himself.
Comparing to an internal standard that he set himself.
Okay. Okay.
A similar example is a student who has set really high standards for herself. If she believes that she's not doing well in her class, she may become concerned that she will not meet her high standard.
Another example, the student made a very high hurdle, and she's afraid she won't reach that hurdle.
She wants to avoid not mastering the information, and
So she wants to avoid not mastering the information. Not mastering.
Not mastering.
Mhm.
No.
Or she wants to avoid not learning because she set
To.
the high hurdle.
Oh.
You know, in this one right here, the mastery approach, there's no hurdle.
Just their internal.
Yeah, just work hard.
reaching her high standard. Maybe some of you can relate to this goal. Okay, now I'm going to give you a quiz to see if you understand the difference between these 4 goal orientations. For this quiz, label each of the following examples as one of the following: performance approach goal, performance avoidance goal, mastery approach goal, or mastery avoidance goal. The first one is a student who says, "I like assignments that allow me to learn new things, even if I make some mistakes on them."
Mastery approach goal.
You say it's mastery approach.
Mastery approach.
Final answer? Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, approach.
Pause the video if you need a little more time to think about it. Because this student is focused on developing his competence, even if he makes mistakes, it's considered a mastery approach goal.
That's right. Let me check something. I want to make sure everything's okay. Oh, here. Let me check this. Looks okay. Oh wait, that's not it. Where's my... Oh, it doesn't change. Okay, that's okay. Okay, next.
Let's do another one. I'm interested in my classwork, so I put a lot of effort into it.
Performance approach goal.
Okay. Performance approach.
Pause the video if you need to. I tried to trick you by giving you another one that was similar to the last example. This one is also a mastery approach goal.
Let's see his his explanation.
Mastery goals are often measured with items like this that assess a student's interest or enjoyment. This student
Interest or enjoyment is part of this. Remember, this right here, there's a hurdle. It's not an interest.
Okay.
There's worry. Which means, you see, that's why, here, so if he had put the emotion interest in here, there would be a strong relation between interest and metacognition or learning goal. But he didn't put it in there. He just put worry in there. So worry, yeah, worry. Okay. Okay, next.
says, I want to show the other students that I know more than they do.
Performance approach goal.
Okay.
This student demonstrates a performance approach
That's
goal
right.
because she actively desires to demonstrate her competence to the other students. Here's to the next one. I don't want to look dumb in class by not knowing the answers.
Performance avoidance goal.
Okay.
This one is a performance avoidance
That's
goal
right.
because he's concerned about how others will perceive his competence, and he doesn't want to seem incompetent to them. This student says, it's important that I do my homework so that I don't embarrass myself in class tomorrow.
Mastery approach goal.
Final answer?
Yeah, mastery approach. Mastery
Approach?
approach
Okay.
goal.
This one is similar to the last one because the student is concerned about what others think. And
See, this is don't embarrass myself in class. That's showing, demonstrating.
Okay.
She wants to avoid
looking incompetent, which
Avoid looking incompetent.
would embarrass her. Let's do another one. I really want to understand the concepts in algebra this year.
I'll be right back. Now my throat's getting dry.
So algebra is okay. Okay. Mastery approach goal.
Okay.
This student is demonstrating a mastery approach goal
That's right.
because he's focusing on developing his competence. This student says, I'm worried that I might not be able to remember everything that I want to learn in this class.
Mastery avoidance goal.
Okay.
This is an example of a mastery avoidance goal. It's a
Right.
mastery goal because the student is focused on her own standards and not focusing on trying to demonstrate her competence to others. It's an avoidance goal because the focus is on what she might not be able to remember, as opposed to saying that she wants to learn as much as she can in the class. Okay, hopefully this gives you a better feel for each of these 4 goal orientations. Now you may be wondering, why are goal orientations important? Well, researchers have tried to identify differences between mastery and performance goals on outcomes such as attributions.
Oh, look, there's, you remember those names? Shunk and Pintrich.
Yeah. Researchers who include emotion into this
Yep.
graph.
Yep.
Affect, cognition, and behavior. Generally, students with mastery goals are more likely to use effort attributions than students with
They make effort.
Yeah.
Attribution. I don't even know that word. Wait a minute. Attribution. The action of regarding something as being caused by a person or thing. Okay, so effort is caused by a person. Okay. Effort. And ability is caused by a person. Well, so that's caused by a person.
performance goals, who are more likely to use ability attributions. This is important because we know from attribution theory that students who attribute their failures and successes to their effort tend to be more motivated to engage in similar activities in the future. When someone fails and attributes it to a lack of their stable ability, they tend to feel helpless and unmotivated to participate in that activity in the future.
Could you catch that?
If people use performance goal, they maybe can't fail into good success.
if they fail, they probably won't take that course again. But for someone that uses effort, if they fail, they'll probably take the course again, or they'll do that action again.
If what?
For performance, for ability, people that learn with ability, when they fail, they don't want to study that again.
Okay.
But when it's effort and they fail, they want to keep studying it.
Okay.
Because effort is actually using metacognition with effort is limitless. There's never an end. There's an end to ability. That's like the test we took before for a fixed and growth mindset. Fixed mindset is similar to ability,
Yeah.
but growth mindset is effort. But now this is interesting. Even though you have a mixed or a fixed mindset, but here you have the mastery approach. So I don't know, but we always switch between these. That's pretty interesting.
In terms of affect, students with mastery goals tend to...
Oh, affect. I studied that before, but I forgot what it means. Affect. Definition psychology. What the heck does that mean? No, it's too long. Let's try that one. Affect regulate. No, we'll try the simple one. Have an effect on. Have an influence on. Okay. Have an influence on. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, it has an influence on your interest and enjoyment. But here, it has an influence on you. It makes you enjoy it less. Oh, but he says with the performance avoidance goals, less enjoyment.
I see.
That's pretty interesting because I think we discussed before that maybe it was the Japanese class.
Yeah.
Is this one?
This one.
Yeah. So how do they make students enjoy school in Japan?
They enjoy chatting friend between class and class. I think not that they don't enjoy class. Chatting on friend.
Or maybe participating in clubs,
Yeah.
after school clubs.
And in high school, the biggest goal is to pass the university test. So they enjoyment after high school after they graduate high school, cause they pass the test, graduate not入試, and the university is a very full of enjoyment, I think.
That makes a lot of sense. Wow.
So Japanese university students doesn't study in. I think so.
It makes sense. It's very logical. Okay. I hope this is live streaming okay. It's not showing me. Yeah. Should be okay. All right.
Is there a 更新 button?
Yeah. Okay, let me try. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, one person watching. Me.
You.
Look at this one. 9 people watched this one. I wonder why. I can't remember what that was about. 5 people. Wow. 7. Interesting. No views. Oh, I made.
This is now?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, next. I'm going to edit this. I'm recording this with the video cam. I'm going to edit it. Take out the unimportant parts. And then I'll give it to you copy it to your USB flash memory. Because we're having a lot of good discussions tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, let me change that. Back to desktop. Okay. Let's see if this changed. Should change pretty soon. Yeah. All right. Okay, next.
To be more interested in and enjoy tasks more than students with performance avoidance goals. For cognition, students with mastery goals tend to use more effective learning strategies. Although the research is really inconclusive for students with performance goals, sometimes students with performance approach goals actually outperform students with mastery goals.
No agreement for these kind of students. Yeah, cognition. But of course, cognition is, all these are for cognition. But I think these students, they're using metacognition also, but not for learning, for performing. So if you use these for performing, they can really fool you. You'll think that they're so smart. Maybe he'll say that. That's probably why it's so difficult to come to a conclusion.
Some of the problems in interpreting this research is that early on, researchers did not always distinguish between approach and avoidance. With respect to behavior, students with mastery goals are more likely to try challenging tasks, while students with performance goals are more likely to choose easier tasks because they're focused on demonstrating their competence to others. Students with mastery goals want challenges so that they can develop their competence. Overall, it would be nice to say that mastery goals are good and performance goals are bad, but it's simply not that easy. Several studies have found that performance approach goals lead to outcomes as good as mastery goals, and sometimes students with performance approach goals have outperformed students with mastery goals. This is probably a good time for me to mention a few caveats to what I've been explaining so far.
Caveat. Warning. Let me take this word out. Okay.
Okay.
First, researchers label mastery and performance goal orientations differently. Some use the terms learning goal, task goal, task-involved goal, ego-involved goal, or something else.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Yeah.
That makes me angry. Oh my gosh. They're
Please.
talking about the same thing, but they use different words, especially in the business magazines.
Please use one word.
So although I've been talking about these mastery and performance goals in one way, I wanted you to be aware that not everyone uses the same terminology in their theories. So as you can imagine, definitions for these different concepts also vary. In this video, I've been trying to use definitions that are generally the most commonly used and accepted. Also be aware that students can have multiple goals.
Yeah.
Thus, results are difficult to summarize in a short video such as this, because the nuances are important.
Yeah. That's just like. Yeah, they can use several in the same class. I'm kind of surprised at mine though. Oh, that's mine. Here's mine.
This
Yeah.
is you.
I can't believe that. I use performance avoidance a lot. Wow.
Performance avoidance is not so bad, I think.
It causes more stress. Yeah. So I make a very high hurdle. My hurdle is not A, but A plus. I'm gonna get A plus.
I see.
And I just work so hard. See, that's effort. Zero work avoidance, just effort, effort, effort.
I see.
See, I have a hurdle. But at the same time, I want to learn it too. So I had the hurdle and I want to learn.
So I just my kind of so I think someone who learn a lot have so much high hurdle, I think. And if they don't have so high hurdle, I think they don't learn so much. So it's しょうがない kind of.
or you thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
Just my thought, but
Yeah.
so, yeah, just my thought, but
You know, some people they don't even make a hurdle, and they do really well in school.
really.
But I wish I could. Yeah, this bothers me though. This performance avoidance. I want to be more pure when I study. I shouldn't. I couldn't help it though. I had to make that hurdle. Probably I didn't even need to make that hurdle. If I didn't make a hurdle, I probably would have enjoyed school more. Oh, any questions about English?
It's okay.
I encourage you to examine specific research studies if you're really interested in goal orientation theories.
Specific. Yeah, like this is really specific, this one. Yeah, and a really famous one.
As researchers will continue to try to understand what goal orientations are and how they lead to different types of outcomes. As with most motivation theories, researchers have found that instructors can have an impact on students' goal orientations. The difficult question is, what should instructors do? If performance approach goals lead to outcomes that are similar to mastery goals, then which goals should teachers be trying to promote? Well, there's pretty good evidence that performance avoidance goals are not good. So we can identify some teaching strategies that may...
But that's what, you see, that's where a hurdle is made. That's Japanese education.
Yeah.
So, you know, in my thesis, I wrote that the American way shouldn't be taught to Japanese. You know, this is the American way.
Be nice.
It's saying don't make a hurdle.
Yeah.
But in Japan, you have to make that hurdle so they can pass the university exam. So it depends on the culture.
Yeah. For me, it's very difficult not to set hurdle, but I study something. So study something, not to set hurdle is very difficult for me. I don't know how to study if I don't have hurdle. So
Here's a good example. Now I don't have a hurdle when I study, so it's possible to be interested in more topics. That's why I have all these different books here. All kinds. Look at that. You know, like this one. Look at that. But they're all connected. See? They have a connection.
this.
Oh, let's see. Well, that has no connection. Sorry, I lied.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just I'm a little bit interested about.
But actually, you know, for fasting, I have to use critical thinking.
Fasting?
Oh, danjiki.
Yeah.
I have to use critical thinking.
What?
Because, for example, maybe it's best to look at this diagram. Because I always see self-checking, I'm always checking my weight or these are all the results for my physical. Look at that. Oh no, that's not my physical. See, I'm trying to control my cholesterol. That's good cholesterol though. But they say it's too high. And this is the bad cholesterol. But anyway, you see I have this right here. And I'm always studying it. This is self-checking.
Yeah.
And then awareness. Oh, planning. Of course, planning. I have to plan what kind of food to eat. But you know, this might be I'm doing performance avoidance because I'm making a hurdle, which is lower cholesterol. So I think in this situation, you have to use performance avoidance. You have to make a hurdle. So remember, our context is the classroom. This is a different context.
Yeah.
Health is a different context.
So health maybe use performance in context of health. Using performance goal orientation is maybe better.
So so in conclusion, it is related because I can use it to show that diagram. Oh, I can use this to explain that diagram. So in that way, in achievement goal theory, well, actually in achievement goal theory, everything's related.
I see. No,
Everything.
I'm so makes so sense.
Yeah, if there's learning, or even when there's no learning, you can still use achievement goal theory. That's why this is such a great theory.
Minimize the chances that students will adopt performance avoidance goals, and that will be more likely to promote mastery goals. Target.
Yeah, you see, you can't do that in Japan.
Yeah.
You can't promote mastery.
If it.
If the student doesn't want to do it,
no,
oh,
No.
they just,
no one.
silent.
Yeah, no one go to high school.
Yeah.
No one go to university.
But, you see, right there, 2020,
Yeah.
they want to put critical thinking questions in the college entrance examinations in 2020. That's why I said in my thesis, that's unethical. You can't do that with Japanese. But they're doing it. So right now I'm thinking about that right now.
Yeah.
How can they do that in Japan? And no one
No.
says, no, I'm not gonna do it. That's interesting. So everyone agrees with the hurdle, pass the test.
Yeah. So university entrance exam has so many hurdles. So if I don't get a score, I couldn't even take test. There is a score hurdle. So Japanese needs hurdle, I think.
Good point. Yeah.
And so I'm Japanese, so I wonder how we score this kind of critical thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it going to be modified for the Japanese way of thinking?
Yeah.
It has to be changed in some way. It can't be done with mastery approach. Nah. I think Japanese will become experts at performance avoidance
Yeah.
because they have to pass that test. It's going to be interesting. Oh yeah, today from 6 o'clock, I had a trial lesson with children. And the mother, I introduced, the ICT method. I showed her this article. It talks about ICT.
Yeah.
And she was very surprised because she thought that I was going to sing songs and play games. And I told her, that's the old way.
Yeah.
No, the new Japan is using ICT, information and computer technology. And she was really surprised, but she was interested too, very interested. And there's another child that came here last week for a trial, and he decided to study here. But he went to that school next door. He went there for 2 years. And here, I asked him a really simple question, and he couldn't answer it. He couldn't talk in English at all. And he's 9 years old. Went there from 7.
So I went to there I want to see pamphlet, but
When you were a child or as an adult?
no, before came to this class.
Oh. You went there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was hurt.
There you are. Let's get there. And
How the class is going,
mhm,
or how the payment.
mhm.
But
Could you participate in a class?
no.
Really? Unbelievable. There's no trial lesson?
I think they have, but I don't remember, but I just listened their
Explanation.
explanation, and I think this class is not sweet for me. I think so. I don't go to even trial. It's very Japanese class style, I think. So not for me, I think.
Here, let's continue.
Is an acronym that has been used to summarize some of the instruction.
Or do you know this word? Acronym.
No.
Abbreviation. That's all.
Sorry,
Oh, 省略.
okay.
This is target. Acronym provides practices associated target. Must be some kind of program, education program, probably.
Practices that have been associated with promoting mastery goals. The T stands for task
Oh, yeah.
and relates to the design of the learning activities. I won't go into a lot of explanation here, but briefly, the learning activities should include variety, challenges, be organized, and be perceived as
Okay, so that would be Task is here. Cognitive strategy use.
Interesting and useful. The A stands for authority, because students should have opportunities to take responsibility for learning, to make decisions, and to assume leadership roles.
Authority. Wow.
The R stands for recognition, which involves incentives and rewards focused on individual effort, improvement, and accomplishments. The G is for grouping, which indicates that teachers should use heterogeneous grouping structures that promote peer collaboration and cooperation. The E is for evaluation, because teachers should implement evaluation systems that are varied, private, and assess individual progress, improvement, and mastery. The final T stands for timing, which indicates that students should have the opportunity to plan schedules and complete assignments at the appropriate and optimal rate.
Wow, so the student plans their schedule for the assignments. Wow, that's great. So that would be almost like self-paced course. Planning. So that means the smart students, they'll finish the assignment really early. And then the slow students finish later.
Now let's examine how these instructional practices that can promote a mastery goal orientation can fit into a model of motivation based on many other theories as well.
Wait a minute, let's see. See, that's if you, apps are introduced to the student, then they can take responsibility for their learning.
The music model of academic motivation provides key motivation principles for instructors to consider.
Music. Music model.
When designing instruction. This model is based on an analysis of many motivational theories. A more complete explanation of the music model is provided elsewhere, such as in Jones 2009 and at the motivatingstudents.info website. However, it's helpful for instructors to consider how this model relates to the instructional strategies that can promote a mastery goal orientation. The music model states that instructors need to ensure that students believe that they have some control over some aspect of their learning, understand why the content is useful, believe that they can succeed if they put forth the effort, are interested in what they're supposed to be learning, and believe that the instructor cares about whether they meet the course objectives. These 5 key principles can be remembered by using the acronym MUSIC. Here, I've tried to make connections between the target acronym
this
and the
has
music.
nothing to do with music. Ongaku. It's just, that's the acronym.
Yeah.
As you can see, authority and time are most directly related to empowerment. The task includes elements of usefulness. Success perceptions are important when considering the task, recognition, evaluation, and time. It's also important that the task is interesting. And the grouping is most directly related to caring. I want
Ooh, wow. Let's see. Empowerment, authority, time. Empowerment, authority. Oh, that would be strategic cognitive use. Task. Usefulness. Task. Usefulness. Task. Well, that would be here. It has to be useful. Success. Success.
Self-efficacy?
Oh, that you're right. Yeah, confidence. Yeah, success increases confidence. Interest. Task again. Interest. Oh, that would be a learning goal. Mastery. They're interested. There's no hurdle. And caring. Grouping. Caring. Grouping. What was that about?
To warn you that this is not intended to be a complete analysis of task, recognition, evaluating the target acronym, and they meet the course objectives. The instructor cares about.
Oh, the instructor cares. Oh, instructor cares. Well, the instructor's emotion isn't in here. But I think the instructor cared in this class. Okay.
They meet the course objectives. These 5 key principles can be directly related to empowering, and the grouping is most directly related to caring. I want to warn you that this is not intended to be a complete analysis of these ideas. I've simplified them here. But even so, it's clear that the ideas represented by target are consistent with the teaching strategies that have been identified as fostering motivation in other motivation theories. So by using these types of strategies, teachers are also implementing effective strategies that can foster students' motivation. Because goal orientation theory is focused on developing or demonstrating competence, ensuring that students succeed when they try hard is a very important way to motivate them, which is evident by the fact that several of the items in the target acronym are very directly related to the success component of the music model. I hope that this video was helpful to you. I've provided the citations for my references here.
That's a new one, 2014. So they're still doing research.
Maybe they will show new things.
Yeah.
I have links to other information and videos on my website at www.motivatingstudents.info. Feel free to contact me by email at brettjones@vt.edu.
That was a good video. I think I'll put that in my playlist. Let's see. Oh, this one. Okay. Let's see. Let me go ahead and switch this back. Alright, so that's going to be should be a good video. I'm going to stop this. Class finished. Class done. Archived and live streams playlist.